Hi, Gemini. This is going to be your basic bitch tarot reading for July 23rd. Tonight's 22nd. So tonight, 22nd, 23rd through the 31st, messages on your current cycles. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's a new channel for me. Please subscribe so that you can get and hit the notification bell so you can get updates for when I read for your sign. Please like. It only takes a second to like. If you comment, I'll give you a free Celtic Cross reading. It's usually about an hour long. I'm doing this to help grow the channel. If the messages don't resonate with you, check your sun and moon sign. If you're looking for love messages and your own sign doesn't resonate with you, check what was it rising in Venus at the moment of your birth. I use quite a bit of Vedic astrology, and we can look into your natal chart. And understand also if the messages don't resonate, there are almost 8 billion people on the planet, and there are a lot of Gemini, and I'm not going to hit it for all of you. If it doesn't resonate, it just wasn't meant for you. But I think it will. So let's get into it. Universe. Universe. Ooh, we got Justice and the Lovers at the bottom of this deck. For Gemini universe, those born on Earth between May 21st and June 20th. My Gemini, my 2 and 1s. For Gemini, please, universe. For Gemini, we've got the 3 of Pentacles in the upright. First card dropped out. You're working very hard right now. You're working towards accomplishing something. It's the beginning for you, possibly foundational in some way. You're being recognized for your talents in your work right now. You're like maybe a little shining star somewhere at work. It's usually work related, Pentacles related, or at home. You're working on something in your home life, even in your health or your career. Even if it's relationship, you're really being noticed right now, Gemini. You're being appreciated for your talents and efforts. Like your family, your bosses are like, hey, check out how hard he's working. And you're working very hard and you're working towards something. It's a big mountain. Yeah, hear my birds? It's a big mountain. You got a ways to go, Gemini, maybe, but you're off to a good start. And those around you are noticing your skills. They're noticing you've got skills, Gemini. That's cool. This one wanted to come out too. So you've got also moving towards through your cycle. You've got, wow, my birds really want to help. Sorry, I'm an air sign like you are. And I keep birds. They're my familiars. And they like to help read the tarot. So it's like parakeet energy. Okay. So this is Father of Swords, so King of Swords, but it's in reverse. We'll get into a little bit more, but maybe somebody, it's a masculine energy in your life that you or someone close to you is embodying, will embody in your cycle. Maybe won't be the most rational, won't be the most nice, might be a little manipulative energy. I don't know, we'll see. We'll get into it. Like it might be legit. It might be what's necessary. Universe, what else for Gemini? What else for my Gemini? This is it. Oh, there's 2 here. But this is the one I saw first. We've got another divine masculine energy here. It's King of Cups, Father of Cups. Again, in the reverse. And it's someone might be being manipulative. It's a manipulative energy. It's not very graceful. Maybe you're not wanting to pour onto a situation, not trusting of it to a large extent, perhaps. Golly, Gemini. And then moving through. Shit, you guys. So we've got 5 of Cups, but it's in reverse. Like 5 of Cups is like he's crying over spilled milk. There's no cups for me. And it's like you're walking in the upright. It's walking away from a situation where like you're hurt, You feel emotionally abandoned. Maybe something hurt your feelings, and you're not even willing to see, like, there's usually 3 cups that are on the ground and 2 cups that are in front of you, and you don't even see those 2 full cups. Like, you're just hurt and walking away. 5 of cups in reverses, you're done crying over spilled milk about something. You're ready to move on from a situation that hurt your heart in some way. It's healing. You're beginning to heal from something to do with this King of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse energy. Something's not pouring the love in a healthy way or a good way, and something's not pouring, and that something's not being logical either. And like King of Cups in reverse, Father of Cups is manipulative. They can use sex to manipulate you too in some way, but it could be, I'm feeling like for some of you, it's a father figure kind of energy. I'll give you more in a minute. Let's get to the end. Let's get to the 5th card. And now I'm not ready. For Gemini universe, for Gemini, this is it. And we've got Page of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, so towards the end of the month here, like, you've worked really hard on creating a solid foundation, and you're being appreciated for the pentacles. Something is like, look at, I'm hearing them say, this is what you're good for. This is what you're good for. But you're feeling like at the end of the month, either you or someone else is a little cautious about manifesting in the pentacles further towards the end of this month within this cycle. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Wands, which is feeling like you need to defend yourself against a situation. You're being defensive about something here. Feeling like, and this is the reading within the reading. And the 9 of Cups here, a lack of emotional wish fulfillment. Taking a pause. You're feeling like you're caught off guard by something to a large degree. Let's get into it a little bit more. So again, with the beginning foundation, 3 of Pentacles is also like you're being noticed, but it can also be about teamwork and like just being focused and determination. Like you're focused, Gemini. You're determined. You've got this task ahead of you, and it's a momentous one. Yeah, the birds think so too. And it's usually related to your job or career. And it suggests that like you really need to focus your efforts. You need to be disciplined. You need to have a strategy. You need to come up with a plan to conquer that mountain in front of you. Yeah, I'm hearing you need a plan. And you need to work harder now more than ever. You need to shine. You need to show people those talents that you have. But you might be becoming weary or overwhelmed by it. We'll flower and see. Oh, I'm going to have to move my birds outside. Sorry. And it's also a card of teamwork and you're kind of feeling like you may need to rely on others for some strength to conquer that mountain. Yeah. But then moving through your cycle, you are either going to embody, I'm curious to flower under this, you're either going to embody Gemini or have to deal with an energy that's kind of blinded, like by its own brilliance, maybe not being fair in the situation or to a situation. And the Father King of Swords cuts, he cuts. And he puts the sword down. And this is a wise owl, see? But he's not being so wise, this divine masculine. It's kind of like an abuse of power for personal gain in some way. Or like you feel like, if it's you feel like, look, I just have to be focused on myself, whether it's fair or not. But in the reverse, the energy is kind of malicious, manipulative. They prey on your insecurity. It's masculine energy or concerning masculine energy. Playing devil's advocate. If it's you embodying this, you might be playing devil's advocate with you or yourself or someone else. Like arguing just for the sake of arguing. And yeah, like if you're embodying this, you're like being defensive in some way, or this energy might be coming at you. You might be getting involved with a person that only, and it also could mean like in a relationship, you could be like only your mind is stimulated, and like empty promises. And it's air energy as well. It's your energy. And then with the King of Cups in reverse, like similar, like somebody just not being, you know, 100% fair with you emotionally. This is a very dynamic, charismatic person, this divine masculine energy. Um, but like this energy sort of tears itself away from its emotions. And it yeah. And like he can't tear himself away. Yeah, that's it. I'm hearing them now. This energy cannot tear itself away from its emotions. And it rules him. His heart is ruling him. It can be like a depressed feeling, a sad feeling. Also, maybe like abuses something to escape from it all. The King of Cups in reverse can be kind of an escapist, letting his emotions kind of overrun his life, constantly whining about their feelings. Like they're a whiner, they're an escapist. If it's you, you could just be feeling sorry for yourself and just drinking too much, avoiding something, abandoning a feeling, like it's a repressed feeling, being kind of out of touch and hard to deal with. If it's in a relationship, it's like there's some destructiveness in the relationship, like false love. They don't really love you. You don't really love the situation that you're in. If it's you, like you're not loving it. There's something about it that might be intoxicating, but it's not leaving space for anything else in your life, and you're just not thinking, and you're not feeling sensibly. Somebody in this cycle is not feeling in a sensible, fair way, and someone is not thinking in a sensible and fair way, and fair way. And then like right under, it falls underneath this Seven of Swords energy. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's Seven of Wands energy. But I'll tell you, when a reader misspeaks, it's not an accident. It's like it's our guides are purposefully telling us to misspeak. So you may also be embodying a Seven of Swords energy, where you feel like something is unfair, something might have been taken from you in some way. But Seven of Wands is like asking you to have, you're feeling like you have to be strong right now and have a lot of inner strength. Um, like you're going to stick to one idea and stick to your guns. And you're feeling like you're not going to find any strength and support from others. It's like only coming from yourself, this fire energy. It's like a Leo energy, Aquarius energy sometimes too, even though that's air. And it's time, like you're feeling like you need to stand up for what you believe is right and what's most important to you. But you're not feeling fearful. Like you're feeling set on fire. Like I'm burning bright right now, and I'm going to be courageous in this situation. And then like right underneath it with that cups energy, it's like maybe you feel like you have to stand up to something, and to stand up to this energy that might be manipulative or like telling you that it's not the thing and we shouldn't pour into this. Well, maybe you should. And then, but moving through your current cycle towards the end of the month, so maybe by like this weekend or next week, you're going to start to feel, Gemini, like whatever this, these two kings in reverse might be making you feel like you have to defend yourself against something. You might even need to have some inner like call on more strength and problem solve, and you might need some help with it in some way. But whatever is hurting you, or is like you're having a hard time walking away from it, you are going to pick up the pieces in some way and have a moment where you get over something emotionally difficult for you and move on. And you might have experienced some grief and disappointment in something. You might have even had some regrets and felt like you made a hasty decision at some point. Um, this is about, in the reverse, you've examined your expectations of the situation. Like you had too many expectations and you want to move on, but you're having a hard time and maybe feeling like you can never do enough to please someone, or they can never do enough to please you. This manipulative energy, even if it's within you, Gemini, I call it a manipulative energy because we can manipulate ourselves, or we can be unfair in our expectations, you know, being unfair in the expectation. And, but you're going to want to get past that. I feel that you do. Yeah. Because Five of Cups, like I said, is about rising up and kind of and rising up from like an emotional scar in some way. And you're driven by a will to really rebuild. And that makes sense to me because you are building something. Like, see, it's three, it's foundational. Four is a more solid foundation, but you're working towards a goal in some area of your life. Even if it's in a relationship, you're working towards something. Feeling like you have to defend yourself against these shitty divine masculine energies, or surrounding a divine masculine energy in some way. Feeling defensive about the divine masculine within yourself or within your life. Possibly, but it could also possibly be these are external energies attacking your divine masculine, or they themselves embody the divine masculine and they're really throwing their shit at you. This is hurt, it has hurt you, but you're gonna move on, and you're gonna gain knowledge in the process. But some lessons are going to be learned along the way. And it's Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. But then towards the end of the month, you're going to have this Page of Pentacles moment in the reverse. Towards the end of the month with this cycle, because especially with like the Mercury retrograde that everyone talks about, you're gonna like disassemble and reassemble something over and over again. The Page of Pentacles is an energy that like is not so grounded. Whatever you're dealing with, especially if you feel like you've got to defend yourself and defend what you've worked for emotionally, and this emotional happiness and feeling good about yourself, and you're like, hey, I have to defend it against this energy, or defend your own masculine energy, pouring your cups into something like what I'm hearing them say, some of them have to defend what they're pouring their cups into. They feel like they're being manipulated, or they may be being accused of being manipulated, or this is somebody. Anyways, like these reverse, Father of Swords and Father of Cups, these kings, is leaving you defensive. And like the whole process towards the end of the month, you're going to be in a place where, Page or Daughter of Pentacles is like lack of connection, lack of being in touch, feeling maybe kind of lost, like she's lost in the wilderness. This poor little pretty little deer is lost in the wilderness, kind of, but it's of their own mind. It's about limiting beliefs. The Page in reverse is limiting beliefs. And it can be about like your limited views are like bogged down by like out of practicality and out of necessity. It's like maybe it's like, look, I can't pour on the cups and I can't deal with like this cup's energy now because I've got shit to do in some part of my life. And you might be feeling bogged down, and you might be feeling like you or another energy or just the situation in general doesn't even want to talk about the manifestation. You're feeling like you've got, 10 is completion. We move to the page. It's like an idea wanting to manifest something with all your pentacles, and it's like, I have to take this apart and reassemble it and figure it out. It can also be a little like obsessive in that way. Gosh, you guys. Well, let's flower a little bit. What do I want to use here? I want to use my celestial deck. Universe for Gemini. What is under the Three of Pentacles for Gemini? We've got the Four of Cups. So, you're at this Three of Pentacles moment where you're working towards a goal. You're feeling very grounded about it. You're feeling very realistic about it emotionally. And you want to, it's Serpine energy, which is about, Serpine energy is about transformation, the snake. And you want to be more grounded and focus on what matters most to you. And you don't want to daydream. You want to be a little bit more business. In the past, you might have had a hard time doing that. What is under universe? What's fueling the Father of Swords? Or the King of Swords. Oh, we've got Six of Wands in the upright. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy what's underneath here for you. Six of Wands is it's like the Chariot. It's like a feeling of success or victory. Effort's been exerted. It's like heralds possibilities and promotion and belief in yourself, being recognized in some way. So I'm feeling like this is a card of recognition and asking for help. And Four of Cups is also a little bit about recognition and asking for help, like grasping to find like your calling through the darkness. And I think that maybe you kind of have. And there's like a can do, will do attitude, and people are helpful to you with the Four of Cups. Just like in the Three of Pentacles, you may, like, team efforts might be necessary. You might be asking for help. But then underneath, like next to it with this King of Swords energy, right underneath it is all these accolades that you have and all this hard work you've done. So it's either being repressed in some way, or this person is a narcissist and they think they're the shit and they think that they're important and they think they have the right to be a little irrational. Like, I'm allowed to rest on my, or if it's you, it's like, I'm allowed to rest on my laurels here. I don't need to pour anything into this. And I'm going to be a little manipulative about it too. It's one or the other for sure. And then moving on for the King of Cups, the Father of Cups for Gemini. What's fueling this? You got two cards here for that. Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in the upright. So Gemini, whatever this in reverse, shadow aspect of this Father of Cups that I've explained to you, underneath this, so Seven of Pentacles is about patiently working, diligently working to, like it's Taurus energy, like you have really dutifully, loyally watered something. You didn't just plant a seed and walk away. You put a lot into it, or you believe the energy that you're thinking about this, put a lot into it, and you're willing to be patient. The energy was willing to be patient and focus on like manifesting. Manifest is a verb, okay? And when you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have manifested it all. And it's about working towards a goal and patiently doing so. But next to the Nine of Swords is Canis Major, That's the constellation associated with it. If you want to go back and watch the video and look up these constellations, sometimes people do. I do. Nine of Swords is like you're suffering, like you've worked so hard for something, like to manifest something and make it happen, because we've got Seven of Wands here defending something, Seven of Pentacles being patient and working towards something and really putting a lot into it. But there's like bad memories. There's something bad haunting you about this whole situation. And you've been stressed out over it. You've been worried about it. You've been anxious about it. It's about a painful relationship. I'm seeing like this could be a triangle. Is there a triangulation here of some kind going on? Possibly. And something is belittling you, belittling all your hard work. This energy, you're either taking yourself for granted and putting yourself down, or something else is putting it down. And for Gemini, I'm always willing to entertain that it's you. Like you might be defending yourself against yourself, like, I'm a piece of shit and I'm not worth it. But yes, you are, because you work hard. It could be you. It could be a duality within you. But I feel like for a lot of you, it could be someone else. And feeling like trapped by it, and having a hard time finding the strength within you to overcome. And the Nine of Swords, you need to know, is associated with Gemini energy. Yeah. And it can also represent like you're wanting to reach out for help and good workmates and like a good group dynamic in some way, and you've got it, but not here, you don't. I don't know what that shitty dynamic is. You tell me, Gemini. You're the Gemini. I'm just the messenger, okay? You make sense of this. I do what I can here. But, like, this is bad teammates and workmates, like bad neighbors, bad friends, being shitty, belittling you, putting you down, hurting you, then feeling weakened by it. But you're working for it. That's why you have to defend yourself. Shit, y'all. Oh gosh, I might split into two messages or two videos. I'll try not to. Universe, for Gemini, what's fueling the Five of Cups in reverse? We've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. So you're defending yourself, but Seven of Wands in reverse here is like, I'm done defending myself against you, okay? I'm done. But it's also like, you're ready to pick up the pieces and move on, but you either have been or will hold back a little bit. Like you'll hesitate to lose something in the current situation. You hesitate to move to, to lose ground. You're going to need to be determined for sure. And you feel like you have to fight to let go of it. It's been a fight to let go of any hurt. And you're holding back a little bit because you feel like it will cost you valuable time maybe to engage with this energy in some way. Yeah. And then with the Daughter or Page of Pentacles, it's this card. Judgment in reverse, feeling like something, like your intuition is telling you, I can't really trust this situation entirely at the end of the month. I can't really pour into this because it's not really grounded and it's not really fair. It's Plutonian energy, which wants you to examine it and transform, for sure. Is Plutonian. And you're feeling like you need to step back and pause and examine the whole situation because something about it just isn't quite right. Something's not quite right here. Something's not grounded here. It's making you question your intuition. It can be an unfair contract, a contractual or formal agreement in any way with a person. It can be a relationship. It can be a lease. It can be the renewal of your contract at work, and like something's not fair about it and you don't know if you want to invest anymore in this situation, no matter where it is. It's your pentacles are backwards. They're upside down. If you want this to flip into the upright, Gemini, and you want to like stop it with this pain and not have to defend yourself, and be able to let go of the situation, you can get these cards to go into this upright if you just trust your gut, okay? You don't want to invest because something doesn't feel right to you, Gemini. Trust your gut, okay? Trust your gut. And at the bottom of that, we have the King of Swords in reverse again, a cardinal air sign. You got an air sign on your back. You got an air sign and water sign. But I see all the signs here. But I'm seeing fire and air here. What happens when we put fire and air together? Flamethrower shit, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. So when the fire and air mix here, I think that I'm not seeing anything explosive. But you might feel like you have to hold back. Archangels, let's get some advice. I'm going to use my Oracle of the Mermaids deck. They're a romance and love deck, but I have really been finding that with all the reevaluation from the Mercury retrograde and then all the expansion of the slower, lesser realized Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius, people are really needing to get deep and go deep. I'm seeing judgment a lot and trying to figure out and re-examining what's fair and what's not in their lives. I'm finding that the advice is, guides, when I meditate every morning, universe tells me, remind them all to go from the heart, from the gut and from the heart. And this deck really helps me with that. Archangels, my watery, cup associated, heart associated archangels. You are for us and we are for you. The energies of the universe that Source created for all living things on earth, they are very preoccupied with humans. You love us so much. What advice do you have for Gemini? Yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. You're yearning for something in your life. Yearning, if this is a relationship of any kind, there is a yearning. This page is here, but it's in the reverse. This makes me feel like you don't want it to be, something unfair about the situation, and you don't want to be separated. You're longing for someone in this situation. Is this regarding a person that you miss? I'm seeing that for some of you it's a lover and you're yearning for that time between them, but I also see that it's a deceased person. Look, this is a deceased person. She's trying to wake him up and save him, yearning for something. They're saying they will understand this. All right. And also beauty. It came in the reverse. Grace, loveliness, integrity, form of spirit. Right now, if you're feeling bad about yourself or someone's making you feel not so good, wouldn't surprise me with this Father of Cups and Father of Swords in reverse, this manipulative, unsupportive energy. Focus on the fact that you are beautiful. Embody gracefulness. Make yourself look pretty every day. It will make you feel better. I promise you it will. They're saying it. They're showing me primping in a mirror. And have integrity of form and of spirit. Form and spirit. I'm seeing spirit here with the pentacles, and I'm seeing form and action here with the air and the wands, the fire. Have grace and beauty and integrity in all those parts of your life, okay? This was a lot, okay? This was a lot for you, Gemini, but I think that you're going to persevere, especially if you get over that pain and you pull on that group dynamic that will help you deal with this. I love you, Gemini. This was good, but let's see if we can get this Page of Pentacles into the upright for you and get rid of this icky energy. I'll be watching, and I'll see you next time.